Today I'll be going over the lore accurate Guardian Prismatic Warlock build. It involves Getaway Artist. You've probably already seen a Getaway Artist build, but there's a few things I think you can do to make it even crazier than it already is. To start off, you're going to want Vergala's Curve, because we're going to want to generate Darkness Transcendence energy, because I'm telling you with this build, you will not have to worry about getting Light Transcendence energy. You will go Transcendence so much, it is crazy. And part of it is Vergala's Curve, because you get your light energy so fast that it's like your darkness energy is like will be half of what your light is by the time you fill it up, not even. So you want Vergala's Curve because it generates a crazy amount of transcendence energy, and it's a pretty good bow. And then moving on to your energy weapon, you're gonna want Indebted Kindness, or the solar rocket sidearm that's coming out in Act 2. And if you don't have either of those, because I say that now because Act 2 comes out in a week, but if you put on a trace rifle, because that also generates a pretty decent amount of transcendence energy. Moving on to the heavy, you're going to want a DPS darkness element weapon. And I would say go with like Fire and Forget or Scintillation, but Scintillation's better. I just don't have a decent one yet, so that's why I have Fire and Forget on. But yeah, use a darkness DPS element weapon right here. Moving on to your armor and starting at the helmet, you're going to want Stasis Siphon, as this will give you the orbs of power from the Vergala's Curve we're using. And we're going to be getting a lot of orbs of power if we're using Vergala's Curve. And then for the other energy, you're going to want Heavy Ammo Finder, generate more heavy ammo. Then you're going to, moving on to Getaway Artist, you're going to want Triple Focusing Strike, because since we're on Prismatic Warlock and we have Devour, we're not going to be worrying about our grenades. We do not need to worry about getting our grenades back. We're just worried about getting our melee back, which I'll explain why when we get to the abilities. Moving on to the chest piece, doesn't really matter here. Put on whatever resists, like how preserves, whatever you want. Don't really matter here. Moving on to legs, I got Orbs of Restoration on, because it gives ability, like energy to our least charged abilities. And like 95% of the time, it's going to not be our grenade, because we're getting grenade energy back so fast. So this will go to our class item or our melee, which is what we want. And Absolution, same thing, except it gives a bit of energy to the grenade. I just have this one, it gives it everything. And then Invigoration gives you your melee back. And like I said, I'll explain why you want your melee back. And then since we're using Phoenix Dive, we're going to want Distribution, because we're going to be using our ability near like targets a decent amount. For your super, you're going to choose it based on what your artifact mods are. So if you have Void Homogeny and you get Overshield from picking up Orbs of Power while you have a Void super, you're going to run Nova Bomb. And if you have Solar, like the Solar version, which makes you Radiant, you're going to run Song of Flame. Or if you have both, it's just up to you. It just depends on what buff you want. And then moving on to the rest of the abilities, you're going to want Phoenix Dive, because like I said, we got the mods on our class item that will contribute to this. Then Burst, I assume you're running Burst Glide. I don't know anybody that runs anything other than Burst Glide. And then we're going to be running Incinerator Snap, which we'll see why when we get to our fragments. And then we're running Storm Grenade to combine with our, Getaway Artist, 'cause that's the whole build. And then Feed the Void, because sadly, on Warlock Prismatic, if you're not running Feed the Void, you're kind of throwing, because it's just how like busted it is. It's just so good. Yeah, definitely run Feed the Void. And then Bleak Watcher, because this will combine with our Getaway Artist and give us Bleak Watchers. And this, along with our bow, will give us crazy Darkness Transcendence energy. Like, I'm telling you, you will be going, like, Transcendent in under a minute, like, without fail, like, every time. And then moving on to the fragments, we're going to start off with Faucet of Hope, and that gives you your class ability back whenever you have an elemental buff. And basically with this build, you are always going to have an elemental buff. Like, literally always, unless there's no ads in sight. So, yeah, that's why we're running this. Moving on to Faucet of Courage. Your Arc, Solar, and Void abilities, aka just your light abilities, do more damage to darkness, like debuff targets. And our Bleak Watchers are going to be debuffing targets like crazy. And also, like, our Arc Souls that we got with Getaway Artists, this makes them do more damage on top of the Snap. So that's why we're running that. Then we're going to run Faucet of Command, because when you freeze or suppress a target, it reloads your weapon and gives you some stat boost. And not only that, when we defeat our like frozen targets, we get a Stasis Shard, which helps us give our melee back. And remember, we're running Vergala's Curve, so we're going to be freezing enemies at a decent rate. And then on top of that, like our melee hits are going to make us Radiant. That's why we're running Faucet of Dawn. And if you're using Incinerator Snap, you're probably going to be getting kills. So we're also going to be making our allies radiant. And then the last fragment is Faucet of Ruin. This will increase the size and like the fucking damage of the stasis crystals that we get from our bow and our Bleak Watchers. And it also improves our snap. So our snap is boosted by this and by this because targets are usually always like affected by darkness debuffs with this build. So that's why we're running snap over the Arcane Needle, even though you get 3 charges, because snap just works so well with all the fragments and the mods you're running. It's good. Alright. Without popping my super, I'm gonna show you how fast you get energy. Yeah, so as you can see, we're already about to be full on light, and it's been like a few fucking seconds. Oh, I died. But you saw how fast the darkness was going up too. Now darkness was at like halfway. But yeah, you see the darkness transcendence is like halfway. Oh my god, I better not fucking die again. Whew. Yeah, we can just get Fire and Forget to get the rest of it. Just Fire and Forget gives a decent amount. Is it the burst linear? Very nice. Oh, wrong bar. Not to pop Transcendence, that's fine. Yeah, you just pop your souls, and I wasn't even popping them as much as I could have been. That's the thing. You get your abilities so fast that you kind of forget to pop them. Oops. I thought I was... Oh! I just had 2 fucking nades. I'm Transcendence again. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, let's... Oh, I didn't really pop Transcendence. I was just in my super. Oops. Oh, don't die! See? I'm alive. Ooh. We out of here. And this isn't like a hard activity, but these enemies are a bit tankier, and it's still putting in pretty decent work against them. Boom. No, don't detain me. Look at me, all that. Blink. Oh, I'm full. Oh. Oh. Somebody get my res. Please. Please. Please, bro. Bro, please. I'll respawn. Snap. He's not affected by darkness shit. Don't matter. We'll ignite him, though. Heavy ammo. Give me... Oh. Oh, give me that darkness energy. Oh, I don't have Devour. What is this? I died. I forget the simple fool. That's what. That's the only thing. If you die, then it kind of fucks up the stream. Well, that kind of goes with every build, but it's a little bit annoying to reset. You know, get all your abilities back. Oh, I forgot those champions. Well, I killed them anyway. Don't matter. Yeah, but that's a base of the build. Pop your souls, get energy, do damage. Enjoyed the video on this build. I also made a funny build about Ruinous Effigy. You should totally check that out. Yeah. Thank you for... Oh, I sent an ally and a red border? Thank you very much. Yes. This is a good day. Yeah, thank you for watching. I'll put the dim link in the description as always. And yeah. Thank you. Sorry if my mic sounds a bit off from the last video because I kind of broke my mic arm trying to put it on this new desk I got. So yeah, my mic's in a cup. But I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. And yeah, I hope to see you next time. Bye.